Mouse Rebel News fans, science has now confirmed something that we as Marxists already believed, and with our own science had already shown. Human beings are not predisposed to war. This is something that comes up as a result of societies. It's socially constructed. This is not a way that we naturally are, but arises as a result of material conditions. Of course, the study doesn't actually admit that capitalism is a huge motivating factor in war, but it admits that material conditions create it and that we as human beings are not born naturally wanting war. War is not natural to us, despite how much we're told by military propaganda and imperialist propaganda. Patrick Soderberg of the Aalto University in Finland published their research in the Journal of Science, and this is what they found. The findings, Soderberg said, challenged the idea that war was ever present in our ancestral past. The study paints another picture where the quarrels and aggression were primarily about interpersonal motives instead of groups fighting against each other. Now, it also found this. It has been tempting to use these mobile forging societies as rough analogies of the past and to ask how old warfare is and whether it is a part of human nature. Our study shows that war is obviously not very common, said the study co-author Douglas Fry. Very interesting indeed. The research pulls from observations made from everyday people and tribes who are still isolated from contemporary society, living as hunter-gatherers did thousands of years ago. The best examples of how humans interacted in primitive times. About 12,000 years ago, we assume all humans were living in this kind of society, and these kind of societies made up about 90% of our evolutionary path. Now, the results of the study showed that of all the recorded deaths in these groups, most were considered individual homicides, from people fighting or killing each other over personal reasons. Like the old idea that war is natural, it just happens. Because apparently trillion-dollar war machines that money just happens to come together. And a bunch of people, 200, 300,000 US soldiers just happen to get together in the Middle East and declare war. That's natural. It's part of our subconscious. That's the way we are. No, war is an invention of, well, largely the profit motive if we actually really think about it. It's different states or different economic groups wanting power or wealth, and sometimes even individuals who control particular wealth trying to take that away from other people. It would be ridiculous to simply isolate this to states, because that's a libertarian idea that only states go to war, which is completely untrue, because we have all kinds of warlords running around Africa doing the exact same thing, and they're doing it for their own personal glory and personal wealth and control. These are not interpersonal disputes. These are part of a profit motive behind it, whether or not fully be money or anything like that. Now, it says these were only if only a few were caused by ongoing feuds, and Soderberg writes, only the minority could be labeled as war, which shows definitely that the old capitalist belief that we are inherently driven towards war is absolutely untrue. So the next time military propaganda tells you that, that's just the way we are, that's not true. It's something they invent to justify the immoral acts that they carry out.